Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect and indeed a new construction series. Today's beverage is a very nice peppermint, dandelion and nettle infusion. So welcome back to Prison Architect and a new build series focusing on the design, construction and management of a hopefully secure facility. Now as of late I've been featuring a lot of other people's designs as part of the Escape series where we look at different facilities made by other people, and that is a kitchen that's on fire. Yes, we focus on other people's designs and try to escape from them, and from that we've got a lot of information, a lot of interesting builds and designs, and I'm going to take hopefully a lot of what I've learned to make a, well, let's say hopefully a secure design which will incorporate high risk, supermax and perhaps legendary prisoners, and indeed we're probably going to expand onto death row as well. Now in a previous build series quite recently we did the legendary and gangs only facility. We're not going to do a repeat of that because, well, we've already done it. Technically we've done it twice, and well, one was a pass, one was a fail, but yeah, we are going to go actually a bit classic with this one, I think. So over to create new prison, and this is episode 1, which basically means it's all about planning. So if that's not your thing, no harm, no foul. Feel free to skip to the next episode where we'll actually start to build things. So we're going to go with default prison agenda, uniform, and uniform colour. Warden-wise, because we're going to go with high-risk, supermax, etc. prisoners, we want either the lobbyist, Rita, or the pacifier, potentially. I think we're going to go with probably the pacifier because they're just a general good overall warden. Reduces the overall temperature of the prison, making your inmates less likely to cause trouble. And they remind me of Warden Norton from the Shawshank Redemption. We're going to go with default classic guard dog because why not. World size will be medium, funds will be 50 grand, plot type is default, weather and intensity is off, gangs is disabled, weather and temperature, yeah, we're not going to bother with, dynamic reputation's off. I do want to go with, well, no we don't. We have done the every prison in the past where we've had pretty much everything on and it was a bit of a nightmare. We're not going to have fog of war just because it's better for viewing, you can see things better. Fairly conditions are on, we are going to generate forests, we are not going to have warden mode obviously, and I'm actually not going to put events on. In previous series we've had a couple of events, specifically when it comes to sort of DLC things where things like subsidence happen, but because we haven't got certain settings we can't then fix it, so I don't want to be dealing with that. Similar thing for temperature. Staff needs we will have on, escape plans we will have on, and that's pretty much it for now. There's no mutators, so we're not going to have the big house, which is all prisoners are legendary. We've done that before. We're not going to have a repeat of that. In terms of the DLC, we're not going to bother with jungle, park, or undead. We are going to go for prisoner aging because why not? Gangs is disabled. Perfect storm stuff is all off. Island bound would make it more secure, but again, I want to go with a bit more like old school, a bit more vanilla, and bring it back down to some sort of classic prison architect stuff, and for that reason no psych ward or cleared for transfer. Let's go to play, and well, first things first, we need to go to intake and say let's just go with something like that and then close it all off. So in terms of the design, let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I want to go with, for a start, objects and dismantle, and do this, and obviously get all of these trees removed, and naturally, because of this, also get paid. Rooms-wise, we're going to go with deliveries, which I'm going to put on the other side, like so. So it's going to be 14 by, doesn't really matter. Garbage, similar thing, so it's going to be a 14 by something, and then exports, which is going to go in like so. Okay, so the whole point in this one is that we are focusing on the cells. So I'm going to make what classes like the model cell block and then basically copy it over. This is obviously a quite large facility. I should point out as well that this is only the start because we do plan on expanding. Probably to the left is the easier part, but the north and south, we'll see how we get on. But in terms of security, even if we do expand to the left, the other expansions, sort of north and south, that will be just to get more perimeter wall, more snipers, and I'm going to get my own back when it comes to sniper stuff. Okay, so how are we going to go about this? Actually, should we make it a bit more like, you know what, I'm going to make it a bit more classic. Let's go with a distance of 12 from the edge. This will have a couple of features. So this is going to be a perimeter wall, and next to that, well, I'm going to put pathway, but it's not going to be pathway. That is going to be that's going to be water, and I could even go with more than that, but we shall see. And then from that, we want to go, let's say, double check the distance. It's 12, so that's fine. As long as it's 10 from end to end, contraband cannot be flung over. Not that it's going to get anywhere near that anywhere. Don't know why I'm doing that. It should be pathways. And then we want to have, it is 12 from there, from the end. I'm just going to double check it. So it's 14 in total, and 14 in total, yes. So this is going to be the sort of start of it, perhaps, although I do have a bit of a, a quirky concept in mind. So that's going to be the wall that goes around, not so much on this side. That'll probably go to the end because that's going to be staff only, but I'll get onto that in but a moment. So it's going to be 10. So let me just remove that a bit, actually. So it's going to be 10 and 9. Hang on. So it's from there, 14. Should go there. Is that right now? 14 to there. Just going to double check that measurement. 14. Because this is a medium facility, I'm not really too worried about space. But from this, we're going to have more water. And it's going to be water and water. Okay, then from that, double thick walls. And then from that, the actual wall is part of the cell block. And then internal, I think we're going to go with 4x3. I think. Yeah, 4x3. And how many do I want? That's... I think we'll go with 12. That's probably about it for now. Yep, okay. So, again, don't know exactly what we're designing here. The point is, you know, the fun is in finding out. There's a bit of a downside with this, in that if there's a guard walking around here, they can technically be punched through the wall. Is that going to be a problem? I don't think so. The reason I've done it this way is if someone starts to escape from here, for example, or most likely it'll be here because that's where I'll put the toilet, they have to go underneath here and then they hit a double thick wall. And then they have to deal with the patrol doggo going around. That's my idea. For this, we're going to go with 6. And then we're going to come down and maybe across. And then this is going to be a central area for a guard to be patrolling up and down. This is going to be the wall that you can shoot through. So we've got that going for us. So it's 6 in total. Oh, hang on, wait. It is 6, 6. I can come down. And this is just, again, an idea. This is not set in stone by any means. The whole point is we iterate based on... I'm just going to max speed this out, by the way, while the workers remove things. Yeah, we iterate based on what's going on within the facility. So there we are. All right, that's going to go across. And this is going to go... we're going to remove that. And then it's that and that. And remove all of that. Followed by pathways. It's going to actually be water. And there we go. So, that is interesting. Slight problem. Couple of problems, actually. Firstly, you can't get in it. And secondly, there's no staff-only access. So this is going to be the staff-only access. We will still have... this is going to be quirky to build, actually. So you can have footbridges. But footbridges, you can't really double on the footbridges. You can, but they glitch out. And you can't build them when there's a wall next to them. You can build them and then put a wall next to them after the fact, but you can't do wall then footbridge. You have to do it the other way around. So that's going to be a footbridge that goes across. Something like that. So that'll be footbridge. So this will still be pathway all the way around, but we'll have a footbridge like that. It has to be 6. Now, from here, we could do that again, going down. And I actually do like the idea of that. So from this, we're going to remove some sections. This is still going to be... That's still going to be water. And we'll have walls like this and something like this. I'm already using more space than I thought I would. That's fine. Right, how am I going to do this? It's going to have to be this, and there's your footbridges, like that. And like that. So that's water, and then your footbridges. You've got then, essentially, I think we'll have a door. We'll have a metal detector. That's not what I wanted. Objects. Metal detectors. No. Third time. Metal detectors. And then that is your checkpoint. Why is this not selecting? And there we go. So checkpoint, checkpoint. That's in and out. And then that's what we've got that set up as. Okay. I think I'm going to remove this and slim it down to that. No. Because I want to be able to fire into any area around here, which is, that's about right. This is going to be obviously common room. We can have phone booths and things like that. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And that's the footprint of it. All right. Let me put some pathways in. So pathways are going to come down. It's going to go right across. And... Okay. Notebook page there. Let's see what the design is. We 30 odd? 35 by 31. 35 by 31. Yeah, that's not what I had in mind. I mean, it is. It's just taken a lot more space up than I thought it would. Okay, it's still very doable. The plan was this was going to have a couple of things. It was going to basically be an area for it's going to be not a kitchen, it's going to be a canteen, and it's going to be a yard, and then there's your common room. I didn't really plan on having visitation because although I did say I was going to go classic, we do have the video calling booth, which is indoor only. It doesn't say actually, yeah. Okay. No, we might have to go with visitor booths and put visitation in. I'm not going to worry about it for now. In the past, we have designed everything to the utter extreme. I don't plan on doing that here. Although I guess we are doing it in some sense with the security feature. Bear in mind, when we expand, this is going to be there's going to be another set of wall with more snipers. At least we can do that. Or I can basically copy this and clone it upwards. Let me know what you think. Anyway, it was a 35 by whatever, and another 35 by whatever. And then that comes down. Like that. Okay. Well, that's still quite a high capacity, I think. So we've got all this space that we don't, like, stuff can't be thrown in. It's more of an area to stop people, if they were to climb over this will be perimeter wall, this is water, and we're going to have snipers dotted around. That's the point, so they can't get over. I think we'll probably go with glass wall in here as well. Alright, let me just put in the water pathways. Like so. And I'll have to design the other cells, but I'll do that later on. Oh, hang on, wait, no. There's actually even less space because I've not put in the water pathways here. Let me just double check it again. So external it's 35 by 31. 35, 31. And then it's that, and that, and this. Something like that. And then there's your objects. No, it's not, it's walls again. Objects. And then your pathways. Like that. So both of these share a similar area. Right until I drive something right through the middle. Like that. That doesn't seem to be in the middle. 7. And 7. Okay. And that was going to be the staff-only corridor that goes right down the middle of the facility. Like that. Okay. So these prisoners will never cross like a threshold to interact with one another. I will, however, have an area like that and like that, where we can essentially have security checkpoints for staff to go in and out. So it'll probably be... I'm putting objects in here. I don't know why it'll be objects. It'll be double doors. Like that. So basically, everything should be confined within this. So I haven't got parole. I haven't got... Yeah, I haven't got parole. I haven't got any sort of... Let's have a look at the rooms. Infirmary, although those will be off to one side anyway, it doesn't really matter. Gym, we're not having. Staff on the top, I guess. Visitation, we're not bothering with. Common room, we've got. Showers are not going to be required. Yards will be in one of this side, because there's only 12 inmates in this one section, so even though it's quite small, it doesn't really matter. Most of the things are going to be inboard of the cell block. We've got no workshops. Security is going to be elsewhere. Infirmary and morgue elsewhere. Laundry, it's going to be discreet. Cleaning cupboard, no. Kennel, armory, and all of that is elsewhere. Library, we're not going to bother with because we don't need to. Forestry, no. Classroom, no. That's one of the things that we are a bit missing. We are missing a bit. I could, if I wanted, have in the middle here. I could do something like this, and have this as like a classroom. Classroom 5 by something. That's only 4 by something. We can't have it there. I could put it off to one side if I was so inclined. I could put it off to another side. The other way of doing it is to completely remove the central section and have it open so both cell blocks can mingle. That's fine. Or I can reduce some of this gap here, but I'm very... Going off the Escape series, I'm tempted to not. I'm tempted to have this as perimeter as well. And have snipers just to try and stop that. It's definitely over-engineered, we know this, but it's also different. I didn't want to do a repeat of what we've done previously. Okay. Well, let's stick with this for now. Pathways run across like that. They'll have to run down. Like I said, these are all going to be water, apart from the ones in the middle there. Just remove some of these sections. Those sections like that. And then we'll put the walls in. Some of the walls are already in. Don't worry, I'm not going to go and decorate all of these other cell blocks, because that'll take too long. And something like that to go into this, which is going to be the staff-only areas. Okay. That is fine-ish. What I'll probably do... what's concerning is this is different to the other side. I'm not too bothered. Oh god, I've just made a box again, haven't I? Well, it's yeah. I think it's secure. I just don't think it's I don't think it's what would be the term? Good? No. That might be the case. It might not be good at all. But it's certainly distinctive in its squareness. So we're going to put in like the doors like that and like that. Okay, so there's certainly a couple of things that we've missed, but we do have a lot of space over here. Actually, I say we've got a lot of space. We really don't have a lot of space over here, but I'm not too concerned because when we expand, it's going to be pretty open anyway. So, you know, getting out probably won't be much of an issue. I mean, we're going to have water to there. I could bring water down here as well. I could do that. I'm very tempted to get expansion straight away and go to the right. Problem that I have is I don't want any buildings around here. I don't want that. Because then snipers, the line of sight can be stopped. I've got two sort of thoughts going on when it comes to the escapes. What will the in-game inmates do? And what could we do when we escape? So you don't want foundations. to be burnt down. You don't want intervening terrain like this, like a building there. Like, oh, that's a nice little staff-only area, and it's a common room. Sorry, it's a staff room. So, oh yeah, oh wait, and inmates just swum across here. Somehow they've got in here, but they've got across here, and the sniper's there, for example. Oh look, they've just gone around the back, and then whatever. Not that I think it would be too much of a problem, because there's going to be a sniper pretty much like here and here and here and here. No, we have seen that, but we'll probably put a sniper like around like those parts, around these corners, like this and like this. That's probably going to happen. Actually, yeah, I actually like that idea, and it's in a fairly noticeable area because it's just from this point. Okay. You know what? I think I am going to say there's going to be a lot of snipers on this map. I don't know how we're going to fund them, but we'll see. Okay. So, my plan is then, I think, this will be the least secure part because it's near the edge, and it's not the right distance off. It's good enough. It is good enough. Would be that, and this would be pathways. This would be water as well. So we could have all of this as water if we were wanting to do that. Apart from this middle bit, which obviously would have to have the entrance and things like that. Which would be something like this and like this. And we'd have doors. Doors. Actually, doors. Doors. Like that. To get around into this one. Some there as well. And almost certainly lots of like door servos and stuff. Okay, well, that's the fun in having an idea but having to execute it on the fly, because that's what I've come up with. Is it functional? I think so. I think so. Put that as fence. I don't know if it is going to be fence. No, let's put it back to wall, because it is going to be perimeter wall. Whoa, that glitched out for a second then. I was really worried I've just lost all the progress. Okay, we're good. Breathe. Alright, so what have we come up with? Well, it's interesting to me. We've got an area that is very secure, only 12 inmates. We've got double thickness walls with patrols, specifically doggo patrol. Yeah, when I placed that thing there, all the doors have span around. Can you see that? That's curious. Huh. That's a bug I can't recall seeing before. Anyway, and also that one we'll put in as well. Might as well do that. That building was going to be fun. So yes, we've got a cell block which should hopefully be able to incorporate everything the prisoner is. And say it needs to have, but there's no extras, so it's all mandatory stuff. So let's see what we've got in terms of rooms. Cells, yes. Holding cells, no, we're not going to have them. Solitary, I've missed out that one. I can easily put solitary in the middle if I need to, or in here. We can incorporate them anywhere. Canteen, yes, it's going to be here. Kitchen is going to be off-site. Shower, no. Yard, yes, it's going to be each of these. We have no storage yet. Deliveries and garbage, yes. We're no workshop. Security is going to be off-site. We are going to have no visitation. I'm going to try and run without visitation, because I think we can use the booths. Is it calling? Video call booth. Yeah. Expensive. Oh, visitor table 300. Visitor booth. Catering for the family need, 1,000. But video calling booth, it says, lets your prisoners see their loved ones even when they cannot visit. Well, that should cater for the family need. As will a mail room, which I can put off site. Maybe. Officers off site, infirmary and morgue off site. off to the right here somewhere. Common room, yes, it's going to be in here. We don't have visitation. We've touched on that. Laundry and cleaning cupboard. And, well, no cleaning cupboard. Certainly laundry will be off somewhere else. Kennel and Armory off. Library, we can have that, but again, off, so it's delivered by the staff members. No forestry. Classroom, if we do have it, can be in here. And obviously run... I don't know if we're going to run for reform or anything like that. Maybe it would be a good idea. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, obviously, we've got a lot of this space, and I put it to you, do we need to rejig this a bit? I think it's secure, but maybe overly so. Unless there's one glaring weak point that I've totally missed, and that is highly possible. But yeah, going back, we've got no parole, which we would benefit from. There is going to be a reception, but it's going to be elsewhere. We are not going to have a shop or not have a shop, but we will have a mail room. No padded stuff, no gyms or psychiatric offices. All of the allotments and farmings and restaurant stuff not happening. Meeting is potentially something we can add. Cinema and training room. Training room is off-site. Cinema, probably not. Visitor reception, we will have no graveyard, no bakeries, no fight club, no cages. So basically, we've got, I think, the majority of what we need. We're going to leave it there. That's been a bit of Prison Architect and a very version 01 of this potential solution for high-risk Supermax and Death Row, which will be in the expansion side of it. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's hopefully secure, perhaps overly so, but we've also missed out on a bit of space. So if I was to redesign something, maybe I would sort of shrink the distance up here, but then that might provide us with, yeah, it might provide the inmates with a lot more ways to escape. So I haven't yet decided on this one. Let me know what you think in the comments, and obviously if they are before the next episode, then I will get to them and incorporate all of the improvements into the design. Otherwise, well, let's see how we get on. That's been a Prison Architect, and let me know what you think. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Well, that took longer than I had any right to.